Well, this TV has seen better days, but it really is a nice 3D TV, and I'm trying to save as many 3D TVs as I can. Now, if this channel entertains or educates, or if you just like its content, please consider buying the channel a cup of coffee. You can do this through the YouTube Supers, or just by popping along to this email address on PayPal and making a donation. And once again, thank you very much for supporting the TV repair community. It helps make all these videos possible. Please note this channel is for YouTube only. If you see this content on TikTok or any other platform, please report it and let us know. Hello. Sometimes I get ready to do a job in the back of my mind, a job for me. So I order the backlights and everything arrives and the TV's here. But then the next few days all of a sudden gets really busy, and the next few days after that, and weeks after that, and weeks after that. So I've had this really nice Samsung 48-inch TV in, which I picked up many months ago. And I've obviously bought some backlights for it. But I haven't labelled the backlights because something just comes in. I forget to label the backlights. Anyway, so I've got two sets of Samsung backlights here. One's still wrapped up. Another set that I've opened, and I'm just thinking that these are maybe too small. They're close. Maybe they're for a 46-inch. This is a 48-inch TV. Do you see what I mean? There's a gap. I would imagine, I mean, these would fill it with light. But I still think there's probably an inch missing. So I've opened up another packet, again, not labelled. All the customers' stuff I always label as soon as it arrives. But if I know mine's arrived, I just tend to forget about it. Bit slack, really. Oh, crikey, that's even smaller. Oh, this is really confusing. No, it's not. That's larger if you do it correctly, which I didn't. So it could be them. What a palaver. There's only one way to find out. This television, by the way, if you turn it on, it's on. Oh, I've got extra lights on in here today. Lights I don't usually have on. That bit looks okay, but if I go to the menu, the smart menu, you can see it's very blue, and it is flashing. Normally I say, oh, it's flickering on screen, but not flickering in real life. Well, it's flickering in real life. Just bring the menu up, and I'm sure you can see. Just let me lift the camera up for you a bit, because that camera really has fallen down overnight. Obviously, you can't see a picture at all. You're seeing it very dark, so that's not really working, but the other screen will pick it up. But it is very dark, and it's not great. And again, if I press the smart button, it looks better when you look at it full on. But it needs a new set of backlights, and I'm just hoping one of these two sets here that I've got are the ones for it. Otherwise, this is going to be a wasted job. When it comes to jobs like this, and when you make a mistake like I have by not labelling the boxes, because you know you're getting round to it. My plan was, as soon as the box arrived, I was going to start work on this. But plans like that don't always work correctly. So there's only one thing I can do, and let's examine exactly what backlights are inside here and see if we can match them up. I'm sure we can, but I don't like it when I'm kind of disorganized, but it's my fault that I'm disorganized. So I'm going in and we'll have a look. The thing about this television, if I remember correctly, is the clips. That should come off. The clips are a little bit awkward. Yes, it is the awkward clips. So it's got the fly trap around the side, but it's got these clips under the I was going to call it gaffer tape. Now, what's this tape called? Masking tape, or masking tape if you're terribly posh. And they're just a little bit awkward, and they can be a little bit brittle. But anyway, what am I going to take off first? Let's take the speakers off first. For some particular reason, compared to similar Samsung models of a similar age, this one is a bit more of a faff. But still well worth doing. Obviously, when the fly tape comes off, I call it the fly tape because the whole idea of this tape and the masking tape is to block up all the holes so bugs can't get in. But there's still millions of holes. Well, they're speaker holes, so I suppose they are blocked. But I suppose it kind of works. It is things like this, though, you know, the fly tape. It's the sort of stuff that TV companies don't do anymore because they see it as an added cost. So, you know, it proves this TV is from a time when, I wouldn't say they cared, but they thought a bit extra. But this would be classed as a money-saving thing now. Whoever made the next design down to this would have looked at this model and gone, well, we can save a few million by not ordering so many rolls of tape. It's all coming off as one. Now, there are some people that break these clips off and not bother putting them back in or leaving 2 or 3 in. I mean, if you're gentle enough, they will come out as you want them to come out. It's easy just to pull the tape back. I always try, if possible, to keep them all in. There's a chance the odd one is going to break here and there. But I certainly wouldn't take any shortcuts. I don't like the idea of shortcuts. It's shortcuts for you, not necessarily for the customer or the television. There's not a customer for this television. But I still want to put it together back as best I can. Now, that tape won't go back. The T-con cut, the screen covers will go back on, and hopefully all the clips will go back on. But that's a different story yet. There's going to be some screws down the side here. It's very difficult in this business, or it's difficult for me to plan something. The TV I was planning to, well, the TV I wanted to repair tonight, again, it's something that I've been wanting to repair for several months. Are they all out? And again, it's a TV for me, which will end up being a TV for the customer eventually. Someone will take it off my hands. But all of a sudden, 4 TVs have turned up out of the blue today. I thought I'd got a free day today. I got on top of everything. And 4 TVs have turned up today, and I've got to do diagnosis on those tonight instead. So it pushes everything back. You can plan ahead, but your plans always get scuppered at the last possible minute. I can hear some of the lenses that have fallen off on this. I didn't see any on screen that had fallen off. I don't know if you noticed any. Bit of tape here usually. Well, soon come unstuck. Right, there we go. There's a set of backlights. Let's just find out which correct set. I've got a set here on the right hand side. Oh, but look what's happened to these in the post. They've twisted over. Is it just those? Okay. I'm sure I can sort that, but it's not these. It is these. Sorry. It is these. I have a connection just here. And that's them. So they are right, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's just make sure we have got the correct amount. I think we have not. I seem to be... No, we have. That's right, isn't it? One under there, one under there, one under there. Yes. Okay. There's going to be some twisting and messing around with some of the connections because some seem to have bent, but that doesn't matter. Next thing to do is to get out these holders. As I say, you've got to be gentle, got to take out the tape. Some boards will have to be removed, if not all of the boards, to get to every single one of them. I aim to get everyone out in a good condition and put them back in a good condition. It's actually more difficult putting them back than getting them out because of the brittle way that they go back in, but it's just a case of being gentle and patient. And they're out. I seem to have got everyone, but there's bound to be some under the boards, so let's have a look. No. Well, that surprises me. Let me just... Yes, there is. So it means taking out the back cover here. And you've got to be careful with this because, as you can see, it's now very brittle. And they've taped it on. These are usually stuck down double-sided tape and very easy to remove. and quite easy to get off. They have got the doubles, so they've put tape on and double-sided tape. It's just flaking. Wow. I can just get to it here, but everything is falling to bits. Okay. Got to do this one though. When the new backlights have been fitted and the TV's had a wipe down, it'll be as good as new. It'll look really good. The apps will still work on it as well for a bit. They haven't disappeared completely on this model. So it's still a TV that has got some value. Well, I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 stuck in. I've got one here. There's another one under the power supply. Okay. And I seem to have missed 2 here. It's the best way to get them out because then you know that you're not going to break them. But I will attempt to get one out here because I have got some spares of these. Okay, you can. I obviously make sure they're unplugged from the power supply because the capacitor will still hold a charge. Just push them down and pull them out. All out. Okay. Let's start putting some back in. Okay, I'm going to plug them in and hopefully they're all going to come on first time. What you don't want is for these to be problematic. So once again, disconnecting the power supply, reconnecting the lights themselves there. Plugging something into the power supply. Well, something's lit up. I didn't even know it was switched on. Okay, but you can see a bright light. And they're all working. I just want to test the connections, especially number 2. Yeah, that's all good. Excellent, okay. That's some good news, because these can be problematic sometimes. And as they're a bit of a faff to get to in the first place, it does make the job a little bit more frustrating than you want it to be. We can now start reassembling. Okay, start getting these clips in and then put everything back together. Right, so just switching on. That's much better. That is much better. Needs a bit of a clean. Screws going in, that should be fine. Just going to put a handful of screws in the back for now. Just in case there's a last minute hitch. There we go, that's a nice picture. I'll just go to my terribly complicated graphics card settings just to make this a bit more the right size. There's 2 things I have to do. I can go into the TV settings, but also I need to find out on my settings, which it's, oh, sorry, that's OBS settings. No wonder I didn't understand those. Display settings. What number is this TV? It is number 3. So if I go to number 3, it's at 150 and I want it to be 100. That's better. And then if I go into the menu here, oh, look, it's on dynamic and 20. I think we're going to have to change that. Standard, please, or natural. Natural is fine. Backlight's still way too high. That's fine. I can never remember what it's called, but it's picture size. Oh, this is a 3D TV. Okay. Oh, it's not giving me zoom position. Why is it not giving me zoom position? Oh, okay. Screen fit. That's what I want. There it is, screen fit. And we get everything in. Just put a bit of my drone footage on to see what the quality is like. I was hoping to be able to get out and do some drone footage, do some droning today, but it's turned out to be a really busy day. But isn't it always a busy day? But anyway, that looks absolutely fine. This is the boating lake, which is virtually next door. Well, next door but two. I have got a channel for those people that have joined me recently, which is called Horizons Southwest, and I've got all my drone footage on there. So if you want to see a bit more about the place where I live and the beach and the sea, because it's a very scenic place, I must admit, great for droning, just go to Horizons Southwest. You could be my 300th subscriber. It's a much smaller channel. I don't really promote it as much. I use it for myself, but of course it's on YouTube, and if you're interested in having a look, then yes, you could be the 300. I think I'm at 299 now, so you can be number 300. Anyway, that's Horizons Southwest. Nice to have you on board, and nice that this TV is working as good as it should be again. It's a really nice picture. Someone's going to be very happy with that. I've noticed the picture has gone back to, because have I gone on a different channel? Let me have a look. Oops, I want picture size, don't I? Screen fit. There we go. Oh, it's forced itself out again. I can't be bothered. In fact, I can show you my house from here. I've lost it. You're moving too fast. I'm there. I'm there. That's where I am. But anyway, that doesn't matter. And we're just going over the beach side. So thank you very much for watching. I'm glad we got this one going. I know someone that could probably make use of this TV. I didn't realise it was a 3D TV. 3D TVs are coming back into... Well, they're not actually, but I keep saying one day they will. I don't think they have done yet, but I don't think it'll be long before people will be wanting to watch their 3D videos again, if only for a retrospective kind of view. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again probably later on tonight, to be honest with you, because I think I've got time. I've got to look at some other stuff, but we'll do something again tonight.